Hey, how you guys doing? I'm X. I'm on the 1.7.4 and this is the version 2 Fallout Vault Door. Obviously we got two different versions to do. Um, so as far as the tutorial itself, there's only minor differences which I'm going to show you. Basically we're going to squeeze all of these things into that, and that's all it really is. So we have the new version 2 Fallout Vault Door, which these half slabs can be replaced with glowstone for the 360, and then it needs this redstone lamp for the 360. Doesn't need it for the PC, obviously. Really smooth, no orientational problems, works on bucket servers and all that. And then we're going to be putting in this little hidden staircase. And then two versions of torch keys. These are actually fire keys. Xbox 360 version and PC version, which is simple and elegant, I'd say. And then the PC or 360 version. A little slower, but does work. And then we're going to be using this torch key, which is actually code crafted. This is actually code crafted. This is the one I designed for the 360. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys those. That's the differences. So basically where I'm going with this is that the difference between the PC and 360 is only at the end of the tutorial. So once we get to that point, I'm going to put a annotation or a link on the screen. You guys click it, it'll be on the right hand side, and it'll take you to the 360 version. Of course, during the tutorial, like I said, the only difference is the fire key and the torch key. That's the only differences. So yeah, let's go ahead and start this. Alright, so first step of this tutorial is to basically make the staircase. So 3 blocks of your choice like that, and then a fourth and a fifth. 3 repeaters. 2 by 3 area like that. Then a block up. 2 blocks down like that. 1 up. And then you're going to need repeaters here. 2 ticks. Then you're going to need 1 more repeater here on 2 ticks. So this gives us a total of 4 delay on that. Then you're going to need a repeater here, powering that block with a torch on it. This is going to need redstone. Lever here, that's going to be our input to it. And then we're going to need 6 torches, just like that. Then from the back, 3 by 3 area, just like that. So this is what we should have. This is just for the staircase. Alright, so behind here, we're going to need this area, which would be a 4 by 2 repeaters, 2 ticks of delay. Connect them in. They should be powered on the on position. Then we can go ahead and place our sticky pistons, which we need a total of 6 for this. Then we can go ahead and throw in our staircase like that. Absolutely no difference between the PC and 360. So next step is sticky piston here and here, solid block, and then we can go ahead and build a platform. Now I'd recommend this platform being a 5 by 5. So we got 5 there, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 by 5 area. Just like that. Come here, 3 more sticky pistons, and 3 more staircases like that. Solid blocks here. And then another brick. Just like that. Go ahead and place solid blocks. Alright, so this is the final touch for the staircase to get it to all extend and be smooth looking. Five repeaters and then redstone. So we can go ahead and just give it a little test. And that's how it should work. So you should have no problems with this. It's very simple. Now we need to bring out, I believe this is a 4x3 area, and then add on one more layer like that. Alright, so now we can start on the actual Fallout vault door itself. So come down here where this torch is, and one away, and we need to make a little 5x3 area, so 5 across like that. By 3, and then go ahead and just add on 2 more rows for a total of 7 in length, like that. Right. So the next thing we can do is come here, dead center ourselves between this 3x3 platform, and you need 4 sticky pistons like that, one facing that way, and then one more here, just like that. Now this is totally optional, redstone ore. I like the redstone ore because it does light up when it actually touches. At least it does for me. Block there. And so now we can just kind of come in here, squeeze in, and we're going to need a block here and a block there. So right in between that. Hopefully you guys can see that with no problem. Repeater here on 4 delay. Repeater facing that way on 4 delay. Redstone. Repeater. Redstone, and then we're going to need a block. They do not have to be made out of any of this material. You can make it out of whatever. I'm just using what's available. So sticky piston here, and this is going to be our dual edge monostable. So redstone here and here, repeater on 2 delay, just like that. So most of the stuff underneath is not necessary. It's just to give you a nice platform to build on. So repeater here and here, block in front of it, and then 3 pieces of redstone. Right, this is the input for the device. So redstone torch here and here, and then block there and there, and then 2 across, 1 back like that. So now we can go ahead and build the walkway. This is where you're going to actually be walking in the door. This will all be dropped down below the floor. So 2 ticks on these, like that. And then this is going to be the input. As you can see, it retracts everything all nice. Alright, so block here, and then you're going to need a dab of redstone here and here. Alright, got a phone call, sorry about that. So we need to finish the actual entryway before we go any further. So a 3x3 like that. 3x3 like that, and then another above it. So one higher 3x3 platform. And I'm just going to show you the quick differences between the PC and 360. Whoops. Alright, so piston layout, we definitely need that first. So we need 2 pistons facing this way for the vault door. And then we need 3 facing downward on top, just like that. Should have something like that now. And then 2 sticky pistons over, just like that. So that's our piston layout. Alright, so the next step is, this is where it would be different from the PC to the 360. So glowstone for the 360, like that. And of course, to save material on the PC, half slabs. Bring your redstone over like this. 3 repeaters, no delay on them. Have a block down here. It needs to be a solid block. And then for the 360, you're going to need a redstone lamp here, or a block down with power rail or a fence gate. I would say that it's the cheapest with a redstone lamp. Since I don't need it on the PC, there's no point in me putting it there. So this is our update piston. It's going to tell this to extend. So all we need now is some redstone. And yeah. Alright, so we can go ahead and just give this a little test too, make sure it closes, everything's all cool. Alright, so for those of you that may or may not know, I actually always build on the 360 facing west. Some people ask me why, but I'll just tell you, it's orientationally it's better. You get more things working in that direction, and it's more stable for me anyway. So the dispenser fire key that we're going to make for this is orientational. So I would recommend building this device. I'd recommend building this facing west. Definitely facing west. Alright, so hopefully you guys built it that way. I totally spaced that until just a second ago when we were building that. I realized it. So this is to basically create the illusion of being rust, just like on the Fallout door. So bring solid blocks 3 up like that, and then we can go ahead and grab our staircase. This is just part of the design. It does not have to be like this. Yeah, it does not have to be like this. So here, we're going to need 2 normal staircase, and same here, and same here. And this is just for the look of it. So here, oops, same thing. We want the same look as up above as we do here on the bottom. So it should be the same. So that's pretty much the faceplate. So this is they're transparent blocks. These are the stairs. So what we want to do is come behind here while we got the opportunity, and just basically cover up all these areas that I'm covering. Don't need to cover solid blocks, just the staircases. And of course these pistons, it's always wise to do that as well. So that would be the basic design of it. We're going to finish the platform and get it ready for the differences between the 360 and PC. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 out like this. Now this front platform is not necessary. You can actually make it out of whatever material. This is just so it stays within the look of things. And for those of you that built version 1, I showed you guys how you can make the pattern all mixed up. So I should have came out 5 over here as well. So let me check that. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 5 there. Solid blocks. Same on this side. So next thing we want to do is just do some decorating with some nether brick. So these are just so you can know where you're going to place your, it's part of the look. Just like that. And then we just want to fill this all in. This part's totally up to you as well, totally optional. I'm making this, I'm going to say that I have a way more compact version of this. Even on the 360 I have a more compact version. I'm making it simple like this so that you guys can modify it. You can modify this design any way you'd like to. Obviously if it stops working you'd probably want to return it, but this is what you should have now. So at this point you're going to see the notation saying Xbox 360 version, click here. You'd want to click that now. Alright, so for PC users, we are going to go ahead and just do this real quick, real simple stuff. Grab some netherrack and a flint and steel real quick. Come around this edge, light that up, and shift click that and that. Cover this. This one's cosmetic. You can use it to open up something else if you wanted, maybe arm a booby trap. I just don't have enough time in that tutorial to do that. So this is the side that I want to have my torch key on. So what we're going to do is basically just surround it like that. Delete this one. Grab ourselves a dispenser and face it down like that. Then we want to just fill this up with as many flint and steels as we have on us. 6. And you shouldn't have to refill this for a long time. But one of the good things about it is once it does run out, you can actually just click on it and fill it on the inside, because it would obviously be off. It wouldn't burn you at that point. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use the Codecrafted's torch key to make this fire key, which really love it. It's just one of my favorites. Favorite designs. So piston, block, and then 2 blocks like that. Repeater. It does need to be on 3 ticks, although this can run on 2. It needs to be on 3 so that you get consistent firing from this. So now when I place this here, it extends, and now we should have our fire key. Let's check it. There we go. So that's that. Alright, so now we just need to connect up our power source here. So go ahead and get rid of this. 2 blocks like that, and a third, and bring it over this way. And then right here, where we have our lever, we're going to need some redstone and a block underneath it with a torch, which is going to invert it. So by putting that torch inverting the signal, now it's on the open position when this is open, which is exactly what we want. And so now we can just add this block here, redstone this up, and then we do actually need a repeater here to power both sides at the same time. So this would be our input now. So if you're not interested in the fire key, just simply running buttons to this line from both sides and you got a door. But if you do want the fire key and torch key, this is definitely the way to go. So next thing to do is to come here and place 3 blocks in, a block, and then we want to grab a comparator like that. And then we're going to go ahead and do our dropper flop. So dropper like that, shift click, so dropper facing that way, dropper facing inward, and then a hopper on top by shift clicking. So in this one, this is going to be where our input is. And go ahead and you can put anything you want in there. Fire charge, wooden button. I actually haven't tried a fire charge yet, but I don't think it would matter. So give it a little shot. Okay, here, opening and closing. Yeah, so that's definitely working. So now we just need to get our signal off of this. So stone bricks. Now I do recommend just dropping it down one like that, just to prevent updating. 4 ticks of delay on this. It's to give us a longer signal, and just simply running this here is what we're looking for. So behind this device, we want to make an amber gate. like this. The amber gate is to prevent, when we do our secondary torch key, it's to prevent it from being updated. So when we do this next section, it's just going to connect in there. That way we have two separate lines. Because if I was to power this, it will actually update the fire key. So just that power running back on it will cause it to fire twice. So you do not want that. So get rid of this lever. So this amazingly is almost done. So I don't have enough time to do the whole design in the back. I'll leave that up to you guys. All you really need to do is just cover up these areas here. Now in the video I think I showed it being smaller than this. Let's go ahead and bring it over here. Basically you want to make a 3x platform. This is obviously where we're going to be standing. So this is where I'd want my torch key. And I like to use chiseled for it, just so I know where it's at. So let's go around the back. Delete this crap. Like that. And we'll just make it so two like that, one up, and another for like a little staircase. Torch here, redstone, 2 ticks, redstone there, sticky piston, and our chiseled block. Should extend. Go ahead and give it a test. There we go. Like I said, you could just use a button. So underneath this we're going to make another amber gate like that. Throw a sticky piston on it. Your choice of whether you want redstone block or not. I'm going to go ahead and use a redstone block like that, and then just run our redstone in like this. So when this comes down, it's going to stop right here and activate it and then retract. So yeah, so it should work now. Let's go ahead and give it a little test run real quick. So it's closed. We come over to our fire key, hit it. So I heard it click twice. Okay, no, it wasn't. It was actually the other dispenser. Okay, so that's good. Then you come on in, door closed. Now, I was going to do a video of a tutorial where I had a CMB combination lock here, but yeah, that would be a 3-part. So for people that are on the PC, this is done and wrapped up, and feel free to mess around with this. It does not have to be this way. This is 4 separate contraptions just put into one. That's what makes it such a big area. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment, like, and subscribe, and anybody that's from the 360 that's watching this to see the difference, we'll be starting that part here in a sec. Alright, so for 360 people that just took the link here, we're going to go ahead and just start this up. I converted it to what it should look like on the 360 real quick, which would be redstone lamp. Will not work without that. Timing's all the same, and you just need glowstone lamps like that. So next thing is we did have a lever here. In front of that lever we're going to need some redstone. We're going to need to invert this door. That way they match up. So by doing this, by me adding in that torch, now when this is open, that's open too, so they're in sync. And so this is where you guys kind of have some options. So repeater, 3 blocks out, bring it over, and then just connect it in there. Redstone, just like that. So if you wanted to, you could actually just run buttons from the back and front, and you got a done door. It's going to work the way you want it. But if you want the fire key, so as I was saying, it needs to be built facing west. Now I'm going to tell you the reason why is because dispensers are orientational on the 360. They do work in all orientations, but they fire 3 times out of 5. So that means that if you were to use it facing the wrong orientation, when you hit the fire key and it turns off the torch, it's not always going to light. So the directions in which it needs to be facing, firing is from, towards the south, right, or towards the east. Those are the only two directions it works, which is weird. Definitely something I wish they'd fix. So if you built it facing west, when you make this, it's going to work out nice for you. If you didn't, you're going to have to figure out the way in which it faces. I will say that no matter which direction you build this, because it's south and east that work, you pretty much always can maneuver the dispenser facing the right direction. So before we go any further, we're going to need nether rack there, and then this side nether rack. Now you do have the option to do all kinds of things here, which you could make this arm a booby trap. You could make another fire key over here if you wanted, but this one's just going to be for cosmetics. So we just need to light this up. So light that one's cosmetic, it's just there for looks. And this one's going to be actually part of the fire key. So if it was facing the west, now I'm going to show you a different way of doing it from the tutorial, and it's that way so you can load it. One of the things I didn't realize is that when I made the concealed version, so the old version was like this, and although you couldn't see anything but a piston, you cannot actually access that. So best way to do it is to put your dispenser here. Make sure that's a dispenser. And then you want to just fill this up with as many fire charges as you want. This is going to serve as a button, so you will have to replace these, but if you think about it, if it fires once each time you put it out, you have 6 times 64 in times opening, so no problems with that. So the reason for doing it like this is if it ever burns out, you can just go right here and refill it from the front and not have to worry about it. It is possible to see it, but unlikely. So piston in front of the hole, so this is what it should look like from this side. Piston in front of the hole, and then we're going to need to put block there going up, then another one here, and then that's going to be our block update. So this repeater here on 2 ticks, repeater here on 2 ticks with redstone, and this is going to block update this. So if we come from underneath here and place a normal piston, which is required for this normal piston, it's going to touch it and cause it to update. So from here we need this line to fire into this block to activate the dispenser. So this repeater has to be on 3, otherwise it will not recognize the signal. So now we can go ahead and do this, and you can see it extended. Let's go ahead and just give it a little run through to make sure it's right. And that's how it should work for you as well. So this is the line you want to get your send to your T flip-flop, which we're going to make here in a sec. It also needs a repeater down like that on 4 ticks of delay, and that is to guarantee the signal getting to the T flip-flop. Alright, so I got another phone call, so we were basically getting ready to build a T flip-flop. So this is the line that we need to send to our T flip-flop, like that. So before we go and do that, let's go ahead and finish up our torch key. Now I pre-built this. What I basically did was place a 2x3 area here, just because I don't have the time, and then I made a 3x3 platform so that I could have my actual torch key here. Like I said, you could just use a button here, but before we do that, let's just go ahead and build this. So this is the Xbox 360, I think one of the smallest torch keys you can do. Yeah, redstone like that with a block on top for the horizontal button and torch, and then a sticky piston. I like to use chiseled stone. That way I know where it's at, and you can see here. Basically just a secret hidden button. So from here we can actually build an amber gate, and that's actually what an amber gate is. When a repeater is powering downward, it's going to power this, which then in turn is going to power this block, and then that block is going to come down and touch that torch. So we got our fire key output, and we got our torch key output. So we probably want to have our T flip-flop somewhere around here. I'm thinking right here should be good. Should give us enough room. So from this, let's go 1, 2, 3, and then 1 over, like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over, and like that. So we want to place a block on it, and then make this pattern, and then have a non-sticky piston, non-sticky piston. And then the side that doesn't have the block on it, torch, torch, redstone, just like that. So I definitely want to make this turbocharged so it's faster, which requires a block with a torch on it. And so if we power this, it's a lot quicker than a standard one. So all we need to do now is to get power to here. So when this gets powered by this block, it's going to activate that, and then we just need to build an amber gate for this. So something like this should work. Repeater on no delay there, and then just redstone, just like that. Alright, so this should all work. We just need to connect this input here, which goes like this. From where we put the torch, 3 pieces of redstone, and then a repeater like that. We actually don't need this repeater, to be honest. Just like that should be fine. And yeah, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Let's go ahead and go around here. I will say that I could have made this a lot more compact, but in this fashion, anybody should be able to do it. So sends a signal closing it, sends a signal opening it. We can go on in and hit our inside torch key, closes up all nice, opens up all nice. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. That's pretty much all the time I got. Comment, like, and subscribe, and of course, let me know what you think of this and how it worked. It's my first time trying to do a Xbox tutorial on PC. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and later.